Hello everyone, it's Tammy Wilgenbush with Card Designs by Tammy. I am excited because it is June and it is getting nice outside. It is finally summer, so it is just wonderful. And so today I am going to be showing you the adorable Tea Boutique suite that is in the new annual catalog. It's one of the first suites that they in the catalog. It is $67 and it includes the cup of tea bundle, which has the stamp set and the dies. It has adorable 6x6 designer series paper, and then it has these wonderful cards and envelopes as well. So just a really fun, cute set. And here is the stamp set. It is photopolymer. And so you can just create all sorts of fun little cups. Has cute little lemon, some flowers, very small sentiments. It has these, the dies has a couple little, basically they're like little tea bags. And there's lots of different options that you can do. They have little tiny ones that you can cut out. And then, where is it here? They have the stamp that you can stamp on it. Oh, there it is down there in the corner. So this you can stamp and then die cut with the small little one, or you can do larger ones, and they do have a frame. So you can cut a frame and then you can stamp a little sentiment, or you could just cut out a plain one in, like, this is just designer series paper, and you could stamp in it. And it has some really small sentiments that will fit in these. So I just can't thank you enough. Fits in this, the smallest one. And then it has a to from, it's time for tea, I miss you, sweet, enjoy. All of these will fit in this one for sure. And a couple of them, I think the to and from, and I just can't thank you enough, will fit in the smallest little tea bag or little label thing. So really just fun set. It has a nice thank you for your friendship, take care of yourself, and let's get together soon. So just a really pretty set. And sorry, my husband is mowing the lawn, and of course he's right outside the window now, so hopefully it's not disturbing anybody too much. And then here are the dies, and the dies are just adorable. So they definitely have some framelets. So that cut out the stamped images. So we have the larger teacup that will cut out these stamped images, or just a teacup in a solid sheet of paper. And grab it here. This is what that looks like. It's what we're going to use today. I cut it out of designer series paper, but you could cut it out of regular cardstock, or you could stamp an image and cut it out. This framelit cuts out these pretty leaves, and then this cuts out this leaf here. And then these you can stamp this little leaf here, and I guess I can show you. I have them actually stamped out. So there's what that looks like. And then that larger framelit. And then this one here for these that you can cut out. So, and then let's see what other, I already said here are the tea bags or labels. This is the larger one that will print out, that'll cut out that image. And then we have two smaller ones. We have this here, which will cut out the lemon. And so again, you can stamp the image and cut it out. And or you could just again cut out a solid sheet. And then it has this accent die, which looks like that. And so basically you just can layer it over, and you'll see on some of them I have cut it out in like the pearlized paper, and then put it over the stamp, and it looks really cool. And then it also has a detailed die for the cup, and I have been using it. I again printed it out in, or cut it out in, this is the pearlized paper that is in the annual catalog. For a lot of them, I used the Mother of Pearl that is in the current mini catalog that expires the end of this month. So I believe the Mother of Pearl paper is going away. It is gorgeous, and I used it for a lot of them, but the pearlized paper has a very similar effect and just gives it just a hint of a sheen, and I really liked the look of that over the teacups. So we have that one, and then this die here will cut out this flower stamp here. And so you can stamp it and cut out the little flowers, or you can just cut out the little flowers. And I just have, they're just these little tiny things here. So that's kind of what they all look like when they're cut out. And then we have these here, which are just other flowers. And again, those would punch out this one if you wanted to stamp that. I just tended to cut it out. I don't think I actually stamped it and cut it out, but you definitely could. And then it has some bigger hearts, and I just cut those out with designer series paper. And then it has this set of 3 little tiny hearts, and I couldn't find my others that I cut out. Again, they are tiny, so they're easy to get lost. So it has lots of fun elements, things that you can put into or coming out of your teacup or use to decorate your teacup. So just lots of fun little dies. So I'm going to put those off to the side right now. So that is the stamp set and die. And then, like I said, it comes with some beautiful double-sided designer series paper that is 6 by 6. So, and it coordinates, there's petal pink, all of the new in colors, so Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Parade, Orchid Oasis, Tahitian Tide, and Starry Sky, I believe, are the new in colors. It also coordinates with Garden Green, and then there is Fresh Freesia in some of them too. So that's the new Tahitian Tide. So just very cute. Again, they have one really bright side, and then one side that's just a little bit more of a softer background. So really pretty. I just love this paper. It coordinates so well with the stamp set, of course, the dies, as well as, of course, the colors go with, and you'll see the those cards and envelopes, card bases and envelopes as well. So that one, oh, looks the same. There's a couple of them that look very similar. I'm like, oh, did I already show you that one? Nope, I didn't. I like this lemon one. This is really pretty. Guess I should have put them all in the right direction. So, and I think this is the last piece. So there's 48 pieces for each of 12 designs in the designer series paper. So 12 different designs, you get lots of different options. And then there's four sheets of each of those. So that's the designer series paper. And then we have these cool card bases and envelopes that are in the new in colors. So you get 4 each of the 5 in colors, and you will notice that these backgrounds are similar. They are the same as some of that paper in the designer series paper. So they have that one for the Parakeet Parade, the Sweet Sorbet, Tahitian Tide, the Orchid Oasis, and then the Starry Sky. And then they have these adorable matching envelopes, and I just love the envelopes. They are just so cute. So again, I haven't done it yet, but I plan to kind of make a set of cards with each of these, and maybe do a tutorial on it as well. So again, just you know, a nice little I think it's $10, and so it includes, you know, enough for 20 cards and envelopes. So that is a pretty good deal to get the card bases, nice sturdy card bases, and then wonderful matching envelopes to complete that stationery. And then there's just so many options. All of the options I'm doing, you could easily almost do on these as well. So just all sorts of things you could do with these cards and envelopes. So that is the adorable Tea Boutique suite. And so today I'll kind of show you putting some of the elements together for a card, and then I'll show you some other cards that I made with it. So this is the card that we're going to be making today. And so I started with the Fresh Freesia card base, and this card base is the standard 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Let me get that scored. And then, and this is a super easy card, by the way, but super cute. And then I took this really pretty coordinating paper, and this is 4 by 5 1/4, so just kind of a standard card front for me. And then I took this coordinating piece to coordinate with all the Fresh Freesia, and this is 1.5 inches by 4 1/4, or sorry, 4 inches. So it'll just fit right on there. And then I've already pre-cut some of the things of dies just to make things go a little bit faster. So I cut out one of the teacups in this, again, coordinating background piece. And then, like I said, I cut out the accent piece in that pearlized paper in the annual catalog. And then using basic white, I cut out using the scalloped contours dies. There's all of these dies here, and I kind of use this one that's right in the middle. This one here. So if you're looking at the dies, they have the big one, and then they have a smaller one, and this is the one that's right in the middle there. So that's the die that I used. And again, that's the scalloped contours. And so I already pre-cut that out just to, again, make things go a little bit faster. I am also using Fresh Freesia open weave ribbon that is also in the annual catalog. And then I'm going to be using the pastel pearls, the purple ones. These are also in the annual catalog, and I don't use these very much, and so that's why I kind of wanted to use them. The other thing that I've been using for a lot of these cards that I adore are these new iridescent pearls basic jewels. Now these currently are not available because these are going to be coming out in the new mini catalog that will be released in July, so not too much longer, but these are just gorgeous. I just love these pearls, and they go really well, like I said, with this set. And then there's another set that has, it's a cherry bundle. It has a cherry builder punch and a cute stamp set, and I've been using it for those too. So I just love these iridescent pearls. So those are the products that we're going to be using, and again, this goes together pretty easily. So let me go ahead and start gluing the paper here. So I hope it is nice where everybody else is at. I am afraid it's going to be a really, really warm summer because it is already getting warm here. Today is, so I'm filming this on Saturday, June 7th or 18th, whatever, day before Father's Day is tomorrow. So that's when I'm filming it. I probably won't get it loaded until after this, and so it is only going to be like 82 here, which is beautiful. So I'm in Iowa. And so that is really nice. But it has been, this past week, we have had heat indexes well into the hundreds. So I am afraid it is going to be a really hot summer because we have already had some really hot days pretty early. I mean, even in May, we were having some 90-degree days. So it was really crazy. It's like either 90 degrees or it was like 45. It was just like, oh, I didn't get many of my 70s. So this temperature here with the 82 is just gorgeous, and it's sunny. All right, so there I just simply glued the strip to the background and then the background to the page. So easy peasy, nothing to it. And then what I'm going to do is, and so I will use a trick. I don't know if anybody has adhesive sheets. This is kind of what they look like. All right, and they just kind of peel off and then it's really sticky. And so what you do is you put this adhesive sheet, you just put it on, what I usually do is, because most of the paper that I tend to use this on is 12 by 12. So I just cut a 2-inch strip because this is 2 inches and this is 12 inches long. And then I just peel the whole thing back and then just put it on the back of the paper, and then you just run it through the die machine. And what it does is it essentially makes these really detailed dies stickers. So let me see if I can easily get it off, and I'll kind of show you what I mean. Come on. There we go. So you can see here that I am just peeling off this part here, and then I'm left with sticky on here. So then I don't have to worry about trying to put glue on this. It will just stick to whatever paper I'm doing. So for these really detailed dies, that is what I do. I will say, I think it makes it a little bit harder to run through the machine. I find that I kind of run it through actually 4 times. Like I run it through the machine and then back and then forward and back. Especially on like this pearlized paper, and then that mother of pearl paper was already pretty thick, and so when you add the adhesive to it, it makes it a little bit thicker yet. And so I just kind of run it through a couple times, and then it actually comes out pretty good. And I don't find that it gums up my dies at all. Like they might be a little bit sticky, but they're not too bad at all. And a trick for the dies, if they get too sticky, is if you run them through the die cut machine with wax paper, then that actually helps that gumminess, and then it helps the pieces fall out of there a little bit easier too. So yeah, so adhesive sheets are wonderful for these small detailed dies. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do some stamping. So I'm using Garden Green ink and the, of course, matching Fresh Freesia ink. And let me get both of them out. So I am going to stamp this, the kind of stems, the leaves, or I guess flower stems is kind of what they are. And I'm gonna do that in here. And then I'm also going to, actually I'm going to do it last for, okay. And let's see, I'm also going to do these flowers. Oh, I almost put them in the garden green. Let me put them in the fresh freesia. That's why it's kind of dangerous to have two inks here. It's, for me anyway. Okay, and then I don't think it really matters kind of where they go. I just kind of line it up. They seem to not necessarily line up specifically with the stems, but they kind of just fit in there really nice. So that's how those go on. And so I'm also going to, while I have all my inks out, I'm going to stamp the inside and the envelope. And so the inside, let me see which pieces look better. I am going to use the cup. So on the outside, I'm going to use a die cut, but in the inside, I'll show you how cute all of these look layered, just stamped. So again, you definitely could use the stamp set without dies. You don't have to have the dies. I love dies, I'll be honest. There we go. And that's all I'm going to do on the envelope. The inside I am going to do the stems and stuff, but I don't want to go too high and too big on the envelope. And I am going to put some designer series paper on the flap. So I'm just going to do that there. But on here, you will see that even without the die cut, and forgive my head, I do want to make sure to get it kind of just lined up. This lines up just really, really nicely with the top of those. So I just love these stamp sets. They go together so easily, and you just get to build these wonderful little designs. And this one, a little flower teacup. So there we go. And I think that is all of the ink that I need. So I will close it up. I'm not doing a sentiment on here. I could. I was debating about it, but I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to use this card for. So there are a couple options that could be done. I could have used one of the these, let me show you, these here. And basically what I do is then I just get some twine and I tape the twine to the back of one and then to the back of other. And then I could have put a little sentiment and then like just put it right there or off to the side. But I just didn't want to do a sentiment on this one. So you definitely could have used a sentiment, and there's lots of different options that you could do, but I just chose not to. So let me get, so I am doing something I don't usually do, which is 2 layers of dimensionals. I don't usually do 2 layers of dimensionals, but I am. So, because we're going to do dimensionals on the teacup and then also on this. And let me put it up towards the top. And I am leaving a little bit of a gap there because we are going to tie, and I probably should have put the ribbon on beforehand, but that's okay. Let's see, let me cut that off. We're going to tie some of this fresh freesia along this bottom here, just in a little knot, just to give it a little bit extra design. I like using ribbons and different things. I don't like plain cards. Okay, so let me straighten that out. And again, it's just nice right along that bottom there. Just to give a little bit something to the bottom. There we go. Perfect. And then we can put dimensionals on here. And I'm going to use bigger dimensionals. And since I have the ribbon there, I'm kind of going just a little bit above, so it's kind of half on the ribbon and half on the paper, just to make sure it's secure. But I wanted it as far down as I could. So that is what I did. Let me get these off here. Okay. And put that right there. And I will say, even though I'm using 2 layers of dimensional, since I didn't put, notice I just put dimensionals on the edges. One of the reason I did that is because then when this goes in the envelope, this can go down. So technically, since I didn't put dimensionals under the middle, this will go down so that it's not like 2 full layers of dimensionals. It really is, this will kind of squish down, so it's just kind of 1. So that's kind of how I got around the 2 things of dimensionals. So there we go. Isn't that just so cute? And it was so easy. There's not a lot to it, but just those few little elements with the dies and the building up those kind of flowers with the stems and then the flowers. It's just so cute. And let's put that right in the middle. So I know that I will say I always put white or ivory on the insides of my cards, and I try to stamp or put designer series paper or something. I try to always do something on the inside, just because I think it really finishes it off with putting in that that white paper. You know, we want to make some, you know, if you want to make really quality cards, it just makes it look so much nicer. So then what I have here, let me put the designer series paper on the flap again, just to kind of finish off that envelope. I really like to do that. I found that I used to try to hoard all my designer series paper, and then I was like stuck with all this extra. So I'm like, no, you need to use it, Tammy. And this is a perfect thing to use it for, because it just really does finish off those cards. And again, it just makes it look that much more professional. And that is what we're going for. We want homemade cards, but we want them to look really nice and professional. And this is, again, just another easy way to do that. So let me grab my scissors. I just trim off the extra. There we go. So there is that card. Oh, wait, we need to put the pearls on, the bling. We do not want to forget the bling. Okay, let me get that. We'll do one up there, one down there. Come on. There we go. And let's do one kind of down in there. There we go. Now I was able to use my pearls. I just love the pearls. They're so pretty. So there we go. So again, you can definitely use these just stamped, but you can build just different things with all of the different dies. So that is just a fun, easy card with this set. And let me show you some other cards that I made. So this is one that I made, and this uses the, I think it's it's called quarter foil embossing, dry embossing. Oh, what are they called? Folders. And this is that little tiny label or tea bag, and you can see how I kind of connected it with just a piece of baker's twine. And that says that I just can't thank you enough. So it's very small, but it fits right in there. And then just cut out some paper. So there's that one. And then this was just a really nice, easy one. And again, you can see the lemon there and that mother of pearl paper. And then this, I just used Orchid Oasis card stocked and put over the designer series paper, and again stamped those. So just really nice and easy, and use some more of that baker's twine. And these are the what are they called? The In Color matte decorative dots. That's what I used on both of these. These use the In Color matte decorative dots. And then this one I loved. I thought it was so cute. Again, I used the pink pearls. And again, this is the mother of pearl paper, and kind of used the design on the small tea bags. And I have to say, with the lemons, I got this idea off of somebody on Pinterest. I saw they had done where they had cut it in and kind of put it in the hanging over the edge of the teacup, and I just loved it. So I did that. And again, this is what the striped cup looks like, and then the stamped lemon, or you could use an orange slice if you want. I just tended to use lemon. And then this one uses those pearls, and again, this time I actually cut out and die cut those leaves, and the flowers, I cut them out and just glued them on. And this here, and it still is available, this is the doilies. These are in the current mini catalog, so they are going to be retiring, and this is their Heart and Home doilies. And so there's several different colors, but the back of them is white. And so I just used the back of one of those. Now you could also just cut out, if you don't have the doilies, again, they are going to be retiring in just a couple weeks from when I filmed this video. You could easily just cut out a circle. Their Stampin' Up! Has a new decorative circle punch, so you could punch it. We have the rectangle or the circle layering dies, so you could definitely do lots of different things with the background. You wouldn't have to do the doily, but I did the doily because I wanted to kind of use some of those up, and again, just that inside there. So, and then this last one, now this is a really fun one that I enjoyed. So I made a frame, and we actually do have some frame dies. I haven't got them yet. They are in the new annual catalog, but what I did, I used the rectangle stitched dies and used several of these. And so I used I'm pretty sure it was the largest one. Yep. So I used the largest one and then the third one in. All right. And I just put this one inside the other. Okay. So I put the designer series paper and I just put this one inside the other, and I ran it through my die cut machine. And then it cut out that centerpiece, and then left me this cut out a frame. And honestly, what I use the middle piece for is I cut out a few cups with them. So I did that. And then what I did is for this middle piece, Let me verify. I'm pretty sure that it was, yeah, it was this one for the inside. Oh, goodness. Okay, they're all over the place. So how I did it, and I will be putting together a tutorial that will be available for purchase. And so if we are numbering these rectangle dies from the middle with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all right, I used 8 and 6 for the frame and 5 for this inside. And again, since it's one smaller than the frame, it fits right in there. And then I just popped all of these up on dimensionals. And just stacked the cups, cut out some of those flowers. I used some of those iridescent pearls in the flowers, and I just glued the flowers, put glue on kind of these two edges and just put it on the corners there. And then these are pretty little flowers these are part of the butterfly. There is a butterfly kisses. They're part of the butterfly kisses. So they're fun flowers resin shapes. So that's what those are. And they are just really cute because they had a Cajun craze, which is what this color is. So yeah, so those are all of the cards that I made. You can see I decorated all of the envelopes. So just a wonderful tea boutique stay-up set or bundle or suite, actually. Comes with everything, including those fun card bases and envelopes. So just a really cute, fun stamp set and dies. Just so many options of things you can do with it. So I hope that you enjoyed it. Please hit the subscribe and the like button. And like I said, I will have information below with the tutorial and to my blog, as well as to my Stampin' Up! Website. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and need any of these products, you can click below or go to my blog and email me directly. I am happy to try to answer any questions or help anybody with any of these fabulous fun products that you may need. Thanks for watching. Bye.